Welcome back, everyone, to the College Commute. Thomas Aho, how are you doing?
I am doing fantastic today. Good morning or good afternoon, good evening. I don't care what time it is. I hope your day is going well.
It's 2 p.m. now here.
For us, right now, it's 2 p.m. It's currently coffee hour for me and Alex, which means we just finished coffee, and now we're having another coffee. And then after this, we might have another coffee because...
I'm sure I probably will.
It's Saturday. Nothing matters on Saturdays.
Saturdays are for March Madness.
Basketball, baby.
Yes.
Upset City. I am going to lose so much money today.
So much money. And throughout this episode, if you hear us, get excited over something, it's because we're probably keeping up with the March Madness games that we have money on, and we'll either start crying or get really excited. So strap in.
Life hack for you. If you create a March Madness bracket and you want to bet money, bet on the teams that you didn't pick. So that way, no matter who wins, you're a little bit happy, except if I lose hundreds of dollars today, life will not be as happy.
But if you bet on the teams that you picked and they win, now you're double happy.
I put some insane wagers up on some big upsets today, and so far it's not working. Like, actively right now, it's not working.
We bet a lot of money. Let's just put it
it was a good time, and we're excited, and we have, a good lineup for you today.
Yeah, so today what we're going to do is we're going to go through some would you rather questions. And how it's going to work is I'm going to ask Tom one, we'll both answer. And then Tom's going to ask me one, we'll both answer. Because we got some different ones pulled up on different computers. Based on our preliminary looks at these questions, it seems like mine are kind of fun and lighthearted. And Tom's going to dig us into a deep, dark hole. So
that's what I'm here for, and I'm looking forward to it.
So my first question.
All right, what do you got for me?
Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader for the rest of your life?
100% breathe like Darth Vader. That's not a question.
Why?
So think about this, right? You're married one day, right? You can freak people. I don't know why I went to married, scaring the shit out of your spouse.
I was
just
say, why?
That was a little dark. You could really freak people out. You show up, say you're just chilling in your basement, right? It's dark down there. I sneak in the back door, and you just hear from outside the door But I guess you would also know I sound like that.
Say, yeah.
I feel like I could deal with that way better than fucking sounding like Yoda all the time. That would get on my nerves.
Yeah.
What would
Brandon
you
talks like Yoda all the time anyway, and it's mad annoying.
See? Wouldn't you rather just have someone that sounds like a mouth breather all the time?
Annoying it is.
Yeah, see? Do you want to listen to that? So you're telling me you disagree with me? Because you sounded shocked by my answer.
I don't know, honestly. I think I'd rather talk like Yoda.
Okay.
Because I feel like you could still talk normally to people without them getting freaked out. They'd be like, this guy's weird, but at least they wouldn't be scared.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know.
That's fair. I'm actually going to follow. This wasn't planned. I'm going to follow up with a second Star Wars one.
Okay. I promise you this isn't a Star Wars episode.
No, it's not. It's not. This is just the funniest would you rather that I've ever seen in my life. Would you rather sound like Jar Jar Binks or look like him? You can't kill yourself.
You can't. I remember seeing that on Twitter somewhere.
You have to pick one.
I don't know. What would you pick?
You gotta sound like him, right? And then just not talk.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would pretend I'm deaf. I would learn sign language.
And just pretend you
can't talk. Yeah, and just pretend I can't talk.
Misa, thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
So annoying.
I would go crazy.
Misa, want to kill myself.
I've always wanted to learn sign language anyway. That would be a great excuse to do it.
It's true. If you were not a Star Wars person, you don't know who Jar Jar Binks is, just go look up a 30-second video of Jar Jar Binks and you will want to throw yourself off.
I feel like even if you're not a Star Wars person, you know who this guy is.
Yeah. Misa, owe you my life.
Definitely sound like him, though. You can't look like that with the big floppy
you really
ears.
Because you would never get a job or anything again. Mm-hmm. So
you can go to a clown school or something. Do they still have those?
Clown schools?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Really?
I don't know.
I don't know the pay. If anyone's
a
clown,
a big thing still.
Yeah, I mean Cirque du Soleil. It's different. It's different than
circus.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like P.T. Barnum's circus and stuff like that. It's different. I mean, they still do that traveling circus, but I don't think. I mean, I don't know how big it was.
Have you ever been to the original circus with the elephants and the? I have too.
So So when I used to go camping when I was younger, I would go up to the White Mountains, and we made some friends up there. And like I'm sure a lot of you from the area are familiar with like Clark's Trading Post up there, but they would do like the dancing bear shows and all that. So I grew up with friends who they were circus performers. They moved here from Russia, and they're very well known. One of their daughters was like the United States champion in juggling back in like 2006, I think. Her name's Vicky. And so I still have them on like my social medias and stuff. Vicky was actually one of the actresses in The Greatest Showman. She was the one on the wheel when they were like throwing the knives at the wheel or whatever. Mm-hmm. So her whole family did circuses growing up, and they actually came to Winchendon when we were very young. We were probably like 6 or 7, and they came and did like a circus at the school.
I remember that.
Yeah, so they came and performed, and they were doing like the acrobatic stuff. So that was them because they came and they stayed at our house, so they didn't have to like get a hotel or anything. And we had them here for the weekend, and I haven't seen them in years, but last I knew, Boris, the dad, he was writing a book, and they're all doing well. They're still performing.
Come on the show.
Yeah, come on the show.
If you're listening, let us know.
Put some hearts in the chat for my circus friends.
We would love to have you on the show. All right, moving on. My next question is, would you rather get your wisdom teeth pulled or your butt cheeks pierced?
Ooh.
Did you get your wisdom teeth out? No, right?
No. They told me I should have. They told me they were growing in weirdly well, so I didn't need to.
I'm going to say, wrong, but based on my experience, totally would rather have my butt cheeks pierced.
Like, are you getting your butt cheeks pierced together or just a piercing in your butt cheek?
I think just a piercing in your butt.
Can you take it out?
I don't know.
Would it be?
I think it's supposed to be like because of the pain, like.
Oh yeah, dude! I'll take a piercing in my butt cheek
like,
any day.
Also, how would that hurt? I don't know.
Wouldn't hurt me. I'm built different.
But like, I had a rough time getting my wisdom teeth out. I was hurting for like a week.
Everyone I've ever seen get their wisdom teeth taken out has the roughest time, and I can't relate.
Put some metal in my cheeks.
Yeah, dude, I'll take a piercing. I don't know.
Art. Get your tools out of my mouth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
All right, I got a good one for you. Right. Would you rather drink 2 liters of piss or 2 liters of sweat?
Whose, though? Just like anyone?
Just anybody's. You don't know. It's just random.
Probably sweat. Because I feel like I could pretend it's just salty water.
Yeah, that makes sense. From a sanitary standpoint, so here's my thinking. This is deeper. So sweat disgusts me because it's filthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like a clean thing. There's a lot of salt in it, but electrolytes are good. Scientifically, pee is cleaner and it's more sanitary. It would really depend on the color of pee for me. If it was like, some real Fiji water looking urine, that might put up a solid argument. But if it's like tinted brown, I'm out, dude. Give me the sweat. Easy. You
want to know something, though? Because it's like, I know what sweat tastes like. Because like you're playing a sports game, like, you get it all over you and like it's salty or whatever, right? But I've never tasted pee.
If anyone's tasted pee before, come on the show.
Jamie, have you tasted pee? Jamie,
it's Jamie.
Jamie, you're so gross. Okay, well, Jamie picked pee, so I don't know what's wrong with him.
Into some weird stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, Jamie. Weird guy.
I love it. Yeah, I'll take the sweat, I guess. It seems more consistent. Depends on whose sweat, though.
Sure. All right. Would you rather lose the ability to lie or believe everything you're told?
Ooh. I would rather... You say lose the ability to lie?
Yeah.
I'd rather lose that. I could be honest for my life. I would just change the way I live my life in certain situations.
I would just...
do the right thing all the time.
Yeah, I agree.
So I have nothing bad to lie about. I feel like I do that. I do that anyway.
I feel like I believe everything I'm told anyway.
I have a lot of faith in people. That's true.
I do too.
Yeah, if people tells me, even if I don't believe them, I usually don't care enough that I'll just go with it.
Right. So I think I'd rather believe everything I'm told.
But I just feel there could be like one instance in my life where I really like what if your like spouse is cheating on you or something and it's like clear as day. Like
I'm not cheating on you.
You catch them and they look at you and they're like, I'm not cheating on you, and you're like, fucking word.
They're like, were you just having sex right there in the bed because you guys are naked together? No. Ah, sweet, cool.
Thank God, I was really worried you were doing that.
Continue on whatever you're doing.
I think I would rather just not be able to lie. You know what I'm saying?
Someone comes up, hey, I got some candy in this van. I'm like, sweet, and now I'm dead.
I'm not good at lying anyway.
I'm pretty good at lying. Sorry, Lindsay.
I'm pretty good at it if I need to, you know what I'm saying? But like, I try not to lie because I'm not good because I feel bad about it. So I try to be honest. But if I need to lie, I will fool the world.
Yeah, I think I would rather lose my ability to lie.
That makes
Now
sense.
you say that.
All right. Yeah, so we'll both lose our ability to lie. We'll be really good people, and you can ask us anything. All right, I got one for you. Would you rather eat your family pet or kill your parents?
Whoa!
Sorry, Theo.
My goodness. I mean, I think you have to eat Theo, right?
Theo, did you hear that?
Like, I can't kill my parents.
Well, yeah, obviously, I have to agree with you.
That's fucked up.
That's one of those things where it's like, you know,
Sophie's
nothing
Choice.
goes well. What is Sophie's Choice?
Isn't that what that is?
What is that?
It's the one where it was during the Holocaust, I think.
Jesus.
And a mother had to
Christ.
like pick whether to keep her older child or her younger one.
What the fuck? How'd you bring that up in a lighthearted podcast?
Well, I mean, it's similar.
That's trauma. Yeah, but that's a real thing that happened. Is it, or is it a fictional movie?
Would you rather poop out of your mouth or your ears?
Poop out of my ears.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
You could, yeah. I don't. Would you taste it? Yeah, obviously you would. That's gross. I'd rather hear my poop than taste it.
That wasn't on here. I just tried to lighten the mood.
No, I totally understand.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess I have to eat Theo.
Yeah, sorry, Theo.
Yeah, sorry.
You gotta go. Yeah, I mean, I have Benny. What would my family pet be, though? Because technically we do eat our pets. That sounds bad. Just to clarify, I live on a farm. We have like
911.
we got like chickens and pigs and stuff. So we raise animals humanely, of course, and legally harvest them
I can confirm.
for food. I bring Alex's family food sometimes.
This one's kind of funny. Would you rather have 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife, or always have a knife but never be able to use spoons?
I think I could cut something with a spoon,
Right.
but you can't eat soup without a
knife.
spoon. I'm not a big soup guy, though.
I'm not either. I don't eat soup or drink
When do
soup.
you really need a spoon? Because you can drink cereal. That's fine.
And-
You could eat ice cream
Yeah,
with a
that's true.
fork.
That's true. But like, you're not cutting a steak with a spoon.
Yeah.
You can just use your hands.
Yeah, sometimes I do that if I'm real like hungry.
And why do I need 10,000 spoons?
Yeah, I only need
Where am I
one.
going to put all these spoons?
Yeah, that sounds like a waste of space, honestly. And like,
Honestly, sounds like a hassle.
Yeah, I agree. So I might go with the knife side of that. Can you repeat the question? I forgot.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Would you rather have 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife,
Oh, or never be able to use a
or
knife.
always have a knife,
Oh, but you
never
can't
be able to
use-
use a spoon?
I don't think I need spoons. I really don't.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping a knife.
Yeah, I'll keep a knife on me. Because what if I'm in a restaurant and someone tries to assault me? What am I going to do with the spoon? Hit him in the nose? Bonk? No.
If you
Knife?
stab hard enough with a spoon, maybe.
Yeah, but I'd rather
But a
stab.
knife's way easier.
Yeah. And I don't want to have to stab them because I would feel bad. I would rather just have them know that I'm a lethal weapon.
I thought you were going to say, what if I'm in a restaurant and need to cut my steak? But you went a completely different way.
That would have made way more sense.
Yeah. I'm taking the knife.
But yeah, but if I haven't, I order steaks at restaurants almost all the time when I go out to eat. You'll never see me order soup at a restaurant unless it's like a chili. But I usually only get chili if it comes with chips, and then I'm dipping.
And I
it.
feel like chili is thick enough. You could probably eat it with a fork.
I agree. If it's good chili,
Right.
don't give me this soupy stuff.
No, get out of here. I don't like soup on chili.
All right. Yep, it's settled. We'll take the knife. We don't need spoons. Spoons are overrated. Wow, that was an aggressive read. So we'll go with the classic. Would you rather drown or burn to death?
Drown.
You think so?
Yeah.
They both terrify me.
They both.
Who was I having this conversation? Oh, I was having this conversation at work. I don't know why. We were at work the other day talking about this. And I think both of them would terrify me equally. But see, the thing is with burning, right, is I feel like your adrenaline would be so high. Because if you're burning alive, you know, you have like the stop, drop, and roll mentality of like, you know, maybe if I like do something, I can get off of fire. So you're less preoccupied on like the sudden inevitability of death right there, and you kind of go into survival mode, which would kick your adrenaline up. So even if you
Maybe
die,
you don't feel it as much.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So maybe if your nerve endings burn off, but the only thing is like if it's hot enough, you will suffocate as well.
Right.
Which that's the part I don't like is the suffocation. I feel like if you're drowning it is hopeless and you know what's going on, and it's less of a painful death and more of a psychological death of like knowing that you're suffocating and there's nothing you can do. And I think I would rather take the pain.
Okay. Like, just picture this, ready? Like, you're tied to a cinder block 100 feet deep in the ocean.
Don't want that.
Like, that's just fucking scary.
That's what I'm saying. I think I would rather burn to death to the point where, like, even if I can't stop, drop, and roll that off me, like I'm dying no matter what, I would rather feel like maybe there's something I can do so I have something to work for. So I'm not just being hopeless and like looking at myself die.
Yeah, all right.
I'll take burn to death. That feels good.
I think you've convinced me, honestly.
I feel like I've thought about this question enough.
Yeah.
Because have you ever just like periodically ask yourself things like, if you were to die, how would you want to die?
Oh, totally.
Yeah. So I think about those two situations and I try to see like how
I'd like to just die peacefully.
I agree, probably in my sleep. But at the same time, I kind of want to know when I'm dying, but I don't want to know for too long that I'm dying. Okay. I want like a half a second to be like, yep, this is it.
Goodbye.
I don't want to have to overthink it for like too many minutes and being like, yeah, like I'm really going
like you're falling from like an airplane and you're like, wow.
Yeah. But I also feel like maybe if you pass in your sleep, like I feel like there's got to be a certain level of being like, yep, I'm going.
Wow.
You think so?
Maybe.
Because they say, think about it though, because your brain can operate for what, 7 minutes after blood flow stops and you like die.
Sure.
If you were to die peacefully, right? Your brain can operate 7 minutes, I think. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. And
it sounds correct.
I do have a degree in psychology. I should know something about this, maybe. But I feel like, you know, and I'm not I don't think much about the afterlife or anything like that. But I just feel like when you pass, there's got to be like you must know, you know, provided you don't get like blown up or something. There's really not much you can do about that. Or like shot in the head. But I do feel like if you pass peacefully in a way that like doesn't involve traumatic brain damage, that is a fat squirrel outside.
That's what I was looking at. Yeah.
He is huge. You got to know. So
I guess so.
I guess it wouldn't be that bad passing. And I don't know. I'd like to say goodbye to people, but at the same time, like, you guys know me.
Yeah.
I'm just going. I'm vibing.
I got fucking deep.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. Saturday, scaries there.
Honestly. All right. Oh, this one's kind of good. Would you rather be infamous in history books or be forgotten after your death?
That's an easy one.
Yeah, wait. After I read that again.
Infamous, as long as it's something good.
Right, what if it's bad?
That's what, because I'm pretty familiar with Stalin, and I don't think he did anything good.
Right, so maybe it's better just to be forgotten.
It depends on what you do.
Am I going to be forgotten by my family?
Yeah, that's true.
That's sad.
I also feel like I'm not really on the path in life to be notorious for something awful.
Right.
So I think I'd rather be... Maybe I could invent something. Like, who's the most famous inventor you can think of? Go, you have 2 seconds.
Thomas Edison.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, look at that.
I lied. I was thinking of Tesla because Thomas Edison ripped off Tesla because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck Thomas Edison.
I don't know enough about him. Besides,
Alexander Graham Bell.
I'm pretty sure he also stole his idea from someone.
No.
Big facts.
That's my idol, man.
Is it because his name is Alexander?
No.
I feel like I was lied to there. But
just kidding. He's not my idol.
No, I'm almost certain that Alexander Graham Bell stole his invention.
I feel like so many like inventors probably did.
Yeah, they did.
Like their like intern probably figured it out and they were like, "Oh, look at my idea."
Yeah, exactly. So we know Tesla got robbed by Thomas Edison. That's a straight fact. I was reading about that the other day actually. And I haven't kept up in the affairs of Alexander Graham Bell in quite a few years. I'm really not that up to date on what he's been up to recently. But I do want to say I'm fairly confident that he stole his major inventions from somebody else. Because history is written by the victor. Yes, and we know that. So, what was the question?
I don't remember. And it's gone now.
Be famous or not be famous and be forgotten. Yeah, obviously I'd be remembered.
I'm reading some of these questions on this new page and they don't really make sense. But okay, you got another one over there?
Yeah, I do. Would you rather be a tree that can feel pain or a snail that would never die?
A snail that would never die. Probably.
You think so? You could see it.
Why would I want to be a tree?
That's a good point.
Why would I want to be a tree over a snail? Snails can like go places, bro.
Yeah, And if you never die, you have forever. So I would dude, like a million years into that, I would be so sick of living.
You think?
Maybe. What do you do for that long when all you can do is just slurp around?
I don't know. I feel like you'd find that. You'd be like, you know what? Let's go to the Grand Canyon. It's going to take me a million years to get there, but I'll get there.
Yeah, but what happens, because this is forever. You never die. You could spend all of the years seeing every single thing there is to see in the entire world. And then what? You're just like, oh, let me go back to the places I enjoy 15 more times because I'm here. The world would be dead by then. So what happens? What are the logistics of, would you be floating in? But I guess if you could never die, because the Earth isn't just going to eventually it probably will just explode and get sucked into a black hole like years from now, like at least 12. But and if there's just like an apocalypse or whatever, like you would still be here snailing around.
Because you're a snail.
Yeah.
It's true. Have I ever told you about my theory about time?
No, but I'd like to hear it.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So if someone like a dog, right?
Yeah.
Or a bug that only lives for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
They live for, say a bug lives for a year.
Yes.
But to them, that feels like a lifetime.
Because it is literally a lifetime.
Right. So if our lifetime is, 80 years, okay, and that feels like a lifetime to us.
It is a lifetime. If you're living and dying in that time period, it is quite literally a lifetime.
Exactly, okay?
Yes.
Now, if you were to live forever, okay?
It would be a lifetime.
Yes. However, if you experience what is known as a lifetime in that amount of time, does time start to just become irrelevant and it starts to fly by faster and faster and faster?
So,
do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, and that does make sense. The only thing I think of is like the context of things moving around you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like you're existing in that timeline, but you're not going to be alone that whole time. So I'm assuming everyone is not living forever, right?
Right.
So you're coming into contact with all of these other people who are experiencing their own lifetimes, living things in like their own world. So I feel like eventually after so many lifetimes, quote unquote, things will start to have less significance to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe certain events that are more meaningful to other people, you will find less meaningful than other people. There's actually a movie that kind of explores this idea. Justin Timberlake's in it.
I was going to say, are you talking about Groundhog Day?
No. It's a Justin Timberlake movie, and basically the premise behind it is everyone has it's called In Time. So it's him and Amanda Seyfried. We've talked about how much we like her.
Love her.
So the premise is time is money. So everyone in the world has a free 25 years to live, right?
Okay.
So you live 25 years and nothing happens. On your 25th birthday, you stop aging per se. Like you're in your 25-year-old body. And then a 10-year countdown begins. That 10-year countdown is your money and your lifeline. So you die in 10 years when that time runs out. So say you're going to work, right? And you got to go buy a coffee. Maybe it costs you like 25 minutes for a coffee. You know what I'm saying? So you take 25 minutes off your 10 years. Your paycheck is going to add time onto your life. So you have like these mega rich people. Like it's a clear divide between like the social constructs of people in the movie, where you have these rich people who have like millions and millions of years worth of money or a lifetime. They can literally live forever and they have unlimited time to buy whatever they want. And then you have these like people who are like working like low end jobs who are, they have to see their life, and you can like see the clock whenever. So every time you buy something, you see your money or your time go down. And then like, if you have a bad paying job, like you're really not adding that much time on. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you're staying stagnant at that 10-year mark and like slowly going down as time goes on. Crazy concept, but I think it explores that kind of idea of time in it, where it's like some people are living a much different life significance, and you can also transfer time to people, so they can like lock arms and you can like give time to somebody else. So it turns into like a heist movie.
What is this, Jumanji?
It's pretty crazy, but it turns into like a heist movie where they go to steal time and money from someone because like he falls in love with a girl who doesn't have that much time left. Okay. And I'm pretty sure they pull it off. Great movie, I'm not gonna lie. Justin Timberlake does fantastic in this movie. Amanda Seyfried, she wears like a black wig, so she has like a black pixie cut in it. A little bit different, but I absolutely love her.
Nice.
Yeah, I absolutely love her.
I just want to give you a quick update. Kansas is down by 10 to Eastern Washington or whatever it is.
Am I going to win a ton of money?
And I'm going to lose a ton? Probably.
That's tough. I'm happy right now.
All right. Now that we went on that tangent, whose turn? I think it's yours.
Oh, it's my turn? You asked about the history, and then we went.
Sure.
And then, so I have one.
Sure.
Another kind of deep one, maybe. Would you rather... Ooh, How I Met Your Mother vibes. Would you rather meet the love of your life knowing that they'll die in a year or never meet them?
I think never meet them.
You think so?
Yeah, because if they're just going to die on me, I'd be so sad.
Yeah, that sounds painful.
Wait, would I know that it's the love of my life?
Yeah.
Then no, I would. Because if I know they're the only person that I'm like 100% meant to be with and they just die, now what do I have to live for? There's other things, but you now know you're never going to find anyone better. Where if you don't know it's the love of your life, you're like, okay, maybe it wasn't meant to be, I'll find someone else. But if you know that for a fact, then you can be like, okay, why am I even going to look?
That's really fair, actually. So I originally wasn't going to pick that side of things because I was like, you know, if someone, I don't know what it's like to really feel like this is the love of my life. So I imagine that would be like a very satisfying feeling in any time you can get with that person. And like if you're truly the love of their life, at least you can make the last year of their life like very good. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like really make it work. But I do get what you're saying for like a long-term satisfaction thing. I would rather kind of like always hunt for it rather than know that it's gone.
Or find something that's like not necessarily mediocre, but almost that.
But I guess you wouldn't necessarily know it's the love of your life, but like you would feel like it, right? If you're spending a year with someone and you could really be like, I could.
Right. But if there was like an overarching being or whatever that told you this is the best person you'll ever find, and then they die, then you're like, oh, well.
That was pretty mystical. I was thinking it was more intuitive, but that also makes sense.
Well, that's maybe.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I guess I would never meet them and then just spend the rest of my life wandering, looking for love.
But you want to know something?
What?
I think I did meet mine.
Well.
And she's still alive.
Hopefully that goes well regarding this question.
Okay, next question. Would you rather have a huge imagination or a photographic memory?
Photographic memory.
All day long.
I feel like my imagination's pretty... I would still have an imagination, I assume, right?
Yeah, but it's not very good anymore.
Would it be like on par with what I have? I would assume it's on par with what I already have.
Sure.
So here's the thing, I guess... I have a pretty good imagination now. I would love to have a photographic memory because I've experienced so many things in my life that I would really love to experience again outside of like our memories. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But even if my imagination were to go down, I feel like if I lost my imagination and like the only satisfaction I can get is from living events, that's probably going to make my life more driven to experience more meaningful events so I can capture those memories to remember them.
Sure.
So I feel like either way, I would collect a lot more meaning out of my life if I relied on a photographic memory.
Or if you had a photographic memory, though, right? And you had a really good experience, and you always tried to chase that again, but you could never, like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's what we do anyway, though. True, but we don't remember it completely. So if you get to something, you're like, this is what that felt like. But if you have a photographic memory, you're like, no, this isn't the same. Yeah. That's and because I guess every time we remember something, we're just remembering the last time that we remembered it. You know what I'm saying? So like things change. Whoa. So I feel like, yeah, right. I feel like it's really easy to like look back on past things that like, I don't know. I feel like as humans, we naturally want to remember the better side of things. Mm-hmm. I mean, unless it's something that's like obviously like traumatically ingrained in your brain, like more trauma related events. But we want to take the good out of situations. So I think it's really easy to look back on things that we've experienced and like really only remember the good part of that. Whereas, you know, if we had that photographic memory, we could have a more realistic event of what happened and because humans always want to see the good in people. We want to see the good in things. So it's like really easy for us to forget about the bad. That's true. A more photographic memory,
would have its ups and downs of avoiding those past situations because you'll be able to see it truly for what it was.
True.
You know, but at the same time, it's like good to forgive. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, if we had a falling out or whatever, you know, we're obviously good friends. I wouldn't want that like really bad memory to kind of like be ingrained in my head.
Right.
So I feel like it has its ups and downs. Overall, I think I would want the photographic memory though, and then just really spend my life chasing those good memories.
Yeah, definitely. You know what's weird about like memories?
What?
Is that obviously I'm not sitting here thinking about all the memories that I have, but the second, like if someone brings something up, your brain's like, yes, I remember that. It's literally like there's like a storage vault in your brain.
Yeah, and it's
amazing.
It gets recalled, and you know, I studied this for a little bit, and like I love it so much. Like it is so interesting to me the way that we can recall memories, and like you know, if you and me were to like discuss the same memory, like we would obviously have like slightly different.
Yes.
Kind of imagination. Yeah, we've experienced it in a different, you know, vantage point. But I really pride myself on how good my memory is. So like I can recall like the craziest things, and like if you tell me something or if we experience something together, like there's a good chance that like I will never forget that.
Yeah.
So like there's people I've met in my life that I've met for like the smallest amount of time. I will remember them for my entire life.
I know
like,
exactly what you're talking about.
I've run into so many people where I know that there's no way they remember me. And like, I get surprised actually when people do remember me.
You think that.
Yeah, I do.
But then I think that all the time. Like, there's no way that one person remembers me from that one time, but they probably do.
Yeah. And like, sometimes I talk to people and they're like, hey, Tom. And it blows my mind every time that I forget what I was doing. It was maybe like a year ago. I ran into someone. I hadn't seen them in like 8 years. And, obviously I look different now than I did 8 years ago. And someone looked at me and they were like, hey, Tom, like, how are you? And like, I knew who they were, but like, it was like a very vague memory. And oh, I know what it was. We were training a guy at our work. I hadn't seen him since first grade. We went to first grade together. We were in the same class. I knew exactly who he was. So I knew who he was before he came into train because I reviewed his application.
Okay.
So he shows up to work and I got out of my car and he immediately looked at me and was like, Tom, is that you? And I was blown away. But I guess I don't like have faith in other people's memory. But like I really do remember everything. And like you can recall it just like so quick. Like
it's crazy.
Like if you and me were to like bring up a random topic that is like so rare that like both of us remember it, like we could both easily recall an entire event.
Yeah. Yeah, which we do all the time.
Yeah, we just like bring stuff up, like the time we went to Pizza Hut. But that, I mean, that's different because that was like the first time we hung out,
right?
And we're always just doing.
There's so many little things that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, shenanigans.
I love our friendship.
I know. We have such a good time. I don't know. The first memory that came to my head when you said that is when we were in Meredith, and I just absolutely pegged you upside down.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. It's such a small thing, but I remember it.
I was like. Me and Alex were like sitting by the pier one day up in Meredith, New Hampshire. And like, it was a beautiful night out because it was obviously summertime up there. And we were just like sitting by the water, sitting on a bench. And I was like drinking like an extra large lemonade from McDonald's. And I just looked at Alex and whipped it at his face.
It was the back of my head.
Oh yeah.
Because I was going to throw something away.
Yeah.
And I just get nailed with a lemonade from like 30 yards away.
Joke's on me though. You had to get in my car right after.
I did, yeah.
Good times.
I think that's a good spot to wrap it up.
I agree. That was a good talk. That was a little philosophical, little funny at times.
I hope you guys liked it. Tom, send them home.
Can we get some hearts up in the chat for me and Alex, guys? And for yourself. Enjoy your day. Love yourself. Don't take today too seriously. It's okay to put off some of your responsibilities to love yourself a little bit today.